Good evening. Welcome to River Styx Outdoors. This is a CF Moto 450 IBEX. That's in the States. Anywhere else in the world, it's the MT 450. I had made a few shorts and one of them I commented, is this bike, being so small in CC, is worthy of its big brothers and sisters, you know, like the BMW GS 1200 series, and well, I got a couple more. You'll see them in this video. Oh my God, look at that 1290. Who in the hell could even sit on that thing? Well, this is the Tenere 700. This is the one that they say that my bike is modeled after. Well, you know, I can't argue that. It's extremely close. I went and sat on a Yamaha Tenere 700 today. I swear to God, my feet were like this far from the ground. That's that much taller than this one. I can flat foot this one, but to do that, there's 3 settings under the rear monoshock. I had to go to the lowest one. And on the front shocks, I lowered it 3/4 of an inch. Well, it takes a little bit of your ground clearance away, but I'm not doing that kind of riding. I'd rather have the balance. I'd rather have the feet on the ground. It instills, you know, a lot more confidence. Got out my helmet today. Used these earbuds to see how good my use was going to be, because I don't have a Bluetooth. If anybody has a spare Bluetooth system for a helmet, let me know. Went on the ride, went to the store, got this nice big box of 1,000 business cards with my QR code on them for this ride. I did this because of this ride. In my venture here, I wanted to support an organization, which at this point I'm not going to name because I haven't heard back yet. And they told me, they said it'll be probably 2 weeks. They said they usually take about 14 days. It goes to the board, it goes to all this stuff, because they're very big. They're a very big organization, and that's for children. There's another one for veterans. I have spoken with I guess you call him the CEO. I'm not quite sure if he's the owner, if there's a board. We didn't cover that. I think he is the owner. I believe he's the original founder. But again, I don't have a 100% confidence vote on this yet. It looks very promising. If I remember correctly, he said he was in, but I don't know if he has to talk to other people or whatever first. He said he'd get back to me, but we talked for like an hour. But they have horse therapy. This is for veterans and their families, and you know, like PTSD, depression. I'm sure you guys have heard of the 22 for 22, the suicide awareness. You know, they say 22 vets kill themselves every day. He does a hero support group. They do service dogs. They do couples reconnection. You know, you haven't seen your spouse in 6 months, a year, whatever, and you've went through a lot of trauma. So maybe with your hidden battles that you've got inside of yourself, you're going to need to reconnect. So they have a couples reconnection program. They do fly fishing, family reconnection programs for the children as well. Kayaking, trail hiking, rucking, breakfasts, senior programs. They're starting a new women's program. I mean, they do a lot. They're involved with some other organizations as well. There's a lot more I want to tell you about that one, but until I get the word, you know, it is what it is. What I can tell you is going to blow your mind. And I'll probably at this point go from here to maybe like a slideshow. I may do a recording from my phone on my tablet or something, because I'm not an editor. I'm just the guy that does this. So, but yeah, I'm 58 years old, 59 soon. So I'm almost 60, for lack of better words. And we're gonna see if this baby will do what its big brothers and sisters have been doing for years all over America. And they've been doing them all over Europe. And a lot of mine, probably the majority of mine, there'll definitely be some trails and some forest and some service roads and maybe an occasional single track. But especially out west, Montana, Colorado, California. But I've got a whole list of national parks I'm going to go through. I'm going to take some of the roads that make the tail of the dragon look like child's play. This company's called Vocal.
Voices of Change Animal League.
It's a animal shelter. It's a rescue. They have dog runs 10 foot wide off of the kennel on the north side. 10 foot wide. It was 250 or 256, 258 feet. I'll get right back to you with that actual number. By 10 foot wide, we're talking about dog runs with more than 2,500 square feet. That's like taking everything in your house and putting it in a straight line. If you have 25, some have more. The short side have 50 or 100. The south side has, if you look in the picture I'm going to show you, you'll see the runs, but then you're going to see little lines for cross members from the aerial view. That's because they have chain link over the top for those that climb so they can't get out and take off. I've not seen pricing anywhere for vaccines, spade, neuter, different stuff as good as these. And they are a 501c3 and they are all about the animals, 100%. When I talked to one of the co-founders, she was, very interested in this, and I asked her, may I use you in tonight's video before I did, and so I just finished texting her for a few minutes, and she was giving me the data on my phone. I told her, I texted her, I said, well, if you haven't heard it lately, I'm proud of you. And she said, thank you. So I've not met her yet in person. We've just talked on the phone. I will be going there next week and doing a video. I'm also going to do a game show. I don't know if any of you have ever watched Josh Gates. Look him up. He, archaeologist, did a lot of TV shows like the pyramids and different mysterious places, haunted houses. He went into whatever. He also did a game show. And he would walk up to people on the street, maybe 2 or 3 people over here. He'd walk up to them and, how'd you like to win some money? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this on there too. We're gonna make this trip fun. We're gonna see scenery that 99% of you have never seen, probably. There's a lot of people who have. I did it first when I got out of the Navy. I bought a Yamaha 750 Special and I went all over the country. I literally went up to Maine, Florida, Montana, California, everything in the middle. I zigzagged the whole thing. I know some other people that have done it too, and it takes time. So this ride's gonna be like 3 months long. Like I said, it may go 3.5. I don't know. If I decide while I'm out there, because I don't have anybody to please, I don't have a schedule I have to keep. If I get over here and I go, I'm gonna turn left, guess what? I'm gonna go left and see what's down that way, and we'll go from there. So, like I say, this may end up with well more than 10,000 miles. And I'm not doing it. Do not get me wrong. I'm not doing it to prove this bike can't do it. I believe it can. I'll show you a picture right here. That was my NK 450. Same motor and transmission as what's on here. I rode the full out of that thing. Had it for almost a year. Paid it off because I knew these were coming in. I wanted this one, so I sold it. The guy that has it now is riding the full out of it, and he loves it. He lives here in Florida. I believe it can. I believe it's going to. If you look at the fit and finish on these bikes and the machining, and when you look around, you'll see like where they take like a grease pen and they mark where the bolt is. They mark the bolt and they mark the frame next to it so you can see if things get out of line. That's all over everything on this bike. It was all over everything on the NK 450. They have the SS 450. They have the, I think it's a SCS. They have a scrambler that's not in the States yet, which is a dirt and street version in the old school style scrambler. still in the 450. I want that. That's going to be a great bike. This came with a stock seat height before I lowered it of 32.8, I think. That one comes with a seat height of 27 inches. 27 inches, you can get the same motor and transmission and have the same performance, you know, as far as reliability, because I think these are going to be incredible bikes. These have only been in the States, what, 6-8 weeks, something like that. I don't know exactly. And was it end of February, I guess, February 30th, I think they hit Florida. I met another guy who's been on some of the videos. He got his bike off the same truck I got mine. He's got the Florida sticker with the number 1 in it, like he got the first one. He didn't realize that was the truckload, not just that one. That was the first truck that came down and dropped them all off. We got ours at the same time. So these are the first in the country, other than the few demos that they had shipped over that you saw. Just maybe 2 people riding previous to the last couple months.
Either way, we're going to put it to the test. But click on the more underneath here where you get the description and everything, and check out the link. I'm putting a link to one of the videos that they made at the clinic. I think you'll really enjoy that. It'll give you a lot better idea about the place. And they got several videos up there, but yeah. Anybody that's known me for, well, as long as they've ever known me, they've known I've always had multiple dogs. I've always been a dog lover, always involved in canines or something. I think I found a really, really good cause that could use help. And I found a really good veterans program that needs help. And you know, the smaller groups do. You know, the one for the children, if they come back with the yes, they're gonna need help too, because yeah, the stuff they do, thousands every day. So anyway, whenever you see anybody do a charity event, they do this and that's it. And they're trying to raise money for this and that's it. And I'm like, you know, some people aren't into this. Some people are into that. And then some people are into the other. So that's why I decided to give it a choice. If I don't get the third one, I'll stay with these 2. Maybe it can concentrate and help a little better. But if the other one comes, you know, I've already reached out. Of course, I'm going to follow through with it. It's, you know, hands down, no brainer. But I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you follow me, and see you on the road soon. It's sneaking up. Stay safe and enjoy the ride.